All right, scholars, today we're going to be solving a word problem. And if you have a notebook at home, this is kind of similar to how we set our word problems up in class. If you're in Mrs. Sherrington's class, if you're in Miss R's class, you are also welcome to use that cube strategy that you know to try and solve this problem. I'm just going to show a quick example of how you might solve it and use multiple strategies, okay? So when I set up my notebook, I write the problem up here at the top, and then I'm going to use my first box to draw a visual. The visual will help me picture what's going on in the story, and that's my first step to solving the problem. Okay, so in my visual, I want to make sure that I include what's happening in the story, because really it's just a story. Okay, any math problem, we can first not pay attention to the numbers and just think about what's happening, okay, in the situation. So our first step, our first read, we don't even think about the numbers. So I go, Tyree put some stickers in his notebook on Monday. Okay, I like to stop when they get to the period. Here's Tyree, T for Tyree. Here's his notebook. And maybe I stick a little circle in there to show that he's putting, oh, it said stickers. So I'm going to put 2 circles in there to show that he's putting stickers into his notebook. On Tuesday, he put in some stickers. Okay, well, I know Monday he put some. And then Tuesday, maybe I'll put the whole abbreviation for that so I know what it stands for. Tuesday, he put some. So it's like the next day he put some more. Okay. How many, oh, I don't read the question yet. I'm just figuring out what's happening in the math story. So after that, I read it again, and then this is pretty similar to the cube strategy that you might use in your, if you're in Miss R's class. What I do on my second read is I think to myself, how can I put this into my own words? Okay, so I say Tyree put some stickers in his notebook on Monday. Okay, so to me this means if he put them in there, he's adding something into his notebook. Okay, let's see, Monday. So I know there was Monday and Tuesday, so this is like day 1. And then over here on Tuesday, so this is the next day. So I'm annotating the problem to kind of make it make the most sense to me. On Tuesday, he put in some stickers. Okay, well, again, if he put them in, it's like he's adding more. Okay, now that I'm at the last period in my whole problem, I'm just going to go ahead and read it to myself with these words, with my own words that I annotated the problem with, okay? So it sounds like this. Tyree is adding stickers into his notebook, and on day 1, he adds some. The next day, he adds more stickers, okay? And then I look down at my visual and think to myself, do I show that in my picture? A lot of times it's a good idea to put arrows to show if he's getting more or if some is going away from him, okay? Because if he's getting some, then that usually means we're adding some up altogether. And then if some's going away from him, that usually means we're subtracting. But it looks like all of the stickers are going into his book. So we might be adding, maybe. So the next step that I take is I read it a third time and I add the numbers back into my visual. Tyree put 29 stickers in his notebook on Monday. Okay. So then next to Monday, I'm going to put 29. Okay, make sure I know that this is 29 stickers. Do I have to draw actual 29 dots? No, because that might take me a while. That might be a strategy for actually solving the problem. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, and then I go, On Tuesday, he put in 37 stickers. So over here in my whole visual, I put 37. Okay, so now I know it's really important when I visualize to think about what are my parts and my whole, but I don't know all of that, and I don't know if I have to add or subtract until I read the question. So let's read the question. How many stickers did Tyree put in his notebook on Monday and Tuesday altogether? Okay, so I know he didn't take any out. It seems like he put them all into his notebook. We already know how many he put in on Monday, how many he put in on Tuesday. So those must be the two parts that he put in. So when I do my number bond, I'm going to go like this. The first part he put in that is from Monday is 29. The next part he put in that is from Tuesday is 37 stickers. Okay. Then we don't know how many that is all together. So my whole in my number bond is a question mark. So we're going to take this part and that part, and the word that kind of gave away that we're adding it is also the word altogether. Keywords can help us, okay? So now when I go into my next box, I solve. So this is strategy box number 1. And then down here, I will do strategy number 2. Why do I do 2 strategies? Remember, this strategy is to check our answer. Okay, because sometimes we make silly mistakes, so we need to do 2 strategies. Okay, now when I solve and I add, I really like to use the strategy where we take, let me zoom in a little bit, where we take the 2 parts and we draw them out into tens and ones. I'm also going to write a number sentence. So I look over at my number bond. We'll move too soon. So we're going to take 29 plus 37, because those are my 2 parts, equals Okay, so now I'm ready to actually draw it out. So I could say 20 and 9. That's 2 tens and 9 ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I represented this number. So I'm just going to circle it to remind myself I'm done with that one. I'm going to put that together with 37, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so now that I've represented both numbers, I'm ready to actually put them together. All right. I like to put my tens with my tens first, and then my ones with my ones next. So I count up my tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. And then I can think of it in a different way. I'm going to do my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so then when I look at those 2 numbers, I can see 5 tens and 1 10 makes 6 tens. So I'll put a 6 in the tens place in my answer. And then in the ones place of my answer, I'm going to look at my ones here and my ones here. 0 plus 6 makes 6. Okay, so now this whole answer right here makes the number 66. Okay, so I solved it in one way. Now I get to do the other strategy that I like to try and check it. Okay, so there's a little bit of a different strategy where we still get to draw them out. I better rewrite my sentence. But when we draw them out, we put them into a place value chart. Okay, so I'm going to try that way. It's not super different from the way that I just tried, but it's another choice. So I label my hundreds place, tens place, ones place. Let's put in 29. Okay, and remember I could just do dots for this one. So I'm going to go 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, then I'm going to draw a line and put in my next number. So that's going to be 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Awesome. Now that I have both numbers, remember we always start with our ones place. So we're going to take all of our ones and look in there and say, is there some way that I can regroup or bundle together some of my ones? Remember, I can do that when I get 10 ones, like 10 fingers. That makes a bundle of 110. Okay, so here I see I have 9 on top. How many does it take to make 10? I just need one more to make a 10. So I'm going to bundle all of those together. I'm going to cross them out here because I'm making a new 10 in my tens place. Okay, so now all of those ones became a new 10. So now I'm ready to count them up because I don't have another 10. I don't have 10 tens to make 100. I think I'm ready to put it all together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 ones. But remember, these tens are worth 6 tens, which is 60. So my answer again, I'm still getting that it's 66. Wow. Okay, so if I solve both ways and they both make 66, I'm confident that my answer is correct. If it happens that one of the strategies doesn't make that, maybe I go back and I look at my work and I check to see where I went wrong. Okay, let me move over a little bit. All right, in the last box, this is where I write my explanation. In a math explanation, we want to say what we did in our process and how we know we actually got the right answer. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and say, I know, that's how we would start, I know that, and then I write my answer sentence using the question up at the top. I know that Tyree put 66 stickers in his book on Monday and Tuesday all together. I proved this by drawing 29 and 37 in, in tens and ones. I had 5 tens and made a new 10 with 10 ones. This means I had 6 tens in all and 6 ones left over. Uh-oh, running out of room, which makes 66. Whew. Okay, so next time I would probably plan better and write a little farther over here to make sure that I could fit my whole explanation. But you can see when I zoom out that solving a word problem should take you a little bit more time. You can do this inside of a notebook at home. Another option is to do this drawing part actually on Seesaw and then do the drawing where you show your strategy on Seesaw. And then you can type your explanation using a text box on Seesaw. So that's a second option. But if you have paper at home, it's great for you to get that out and try the word problem on there and take a picture of it to post it. All right, we can't wait to see what you can do.